And just the final guest as part of our discussion tonight is the United Independent Movement's Neil De Beer. Neil is standing by. Good evening to you, Neil, and welcome to the show.
Assalamu alaikum, and a very, very great privilege to join you, Mr. Wadi. Thank you for having me.
Well, wonderful that you're able to join us, and clearly I'm sure you have been following the discussions that have been taking place, and we've looked at a cross-section of people with different interests, from politicians to religious heads, of bodies, and also looking at governing bodies and political parties. Just looking at it, your reaction to this proposal, Neil.
I always say I'm not a politician, I'm an activist. And I'm one of the community that decided to enter politics because I think we are all up to here. I don't think I want to give a political or a religious opinion. I want to give a South African opinion. I want to speak on behalf of the people, the normal people on the street, to say the following. There are two clear scenarios here. One of it is law. And I'm so happy that Advocate Shamima, a friend of mine, was on. But I'd like to, if I may, just read. Section 24A of the Constitution says, everyone has the right to an environment that is not harmful to their health and well-being. That is a constitutional section. Followed by Section 28.2 of the Constitution. And that says, a child's best interest are of paramount importance in every matter concerning the child. These are two critical parts of our Constitution, which is covered by the apex court of this republic, that says we protect the child, all the children. So that's the one side where the UIM says, this scenario of a unisex toilet now being put into a school environment of children brings a major challenge, and in my opinion, a total resistance to the body of what says the Constitution about the protection of minors and children. So that's the first point. The second one is the following. At school, we've got peer pressure. We know it. I've got children. Peer pressure coupled with bullying. And this morning, the shocking revelation at school of a school child shooting a teacher with stolen family member's gun. These are three heavy-laden matters that identify today what is happening at our school system. Built on top of that, we are now going to load the teacher, the educator, whom already has to field violence, who already has to fight discipline, who already has to create manners because they've lost it at the majority of homes. He's got to fight bullying. He's got to also now resist peer pressure. And we're asking a simple teacher, an educator that needs to teach your child and mine what is 1 + 1. We now ask him to enter another scenario, which is not, in my opinion, he or her, the teacher's responsibility. The UIM in no way fights the right of LGBTQ, because at the end of the day, again, one of the biggest concerns of the UIM is the defense of the Constitution of this republic, which protects the rights of these people as well, and us. But sternly today, it's not a matter of prejudice whatsoever, because I know parents that have children that are transgender that are also suffering under those decision-making. My heart bleeds there. But the protection of a child's right of defense cannot be guaranteed in no way. And we've got to talk straight here at school level. When we cannot even stop bullying, when we can't even stop violence, and we can't stop ill discipline in a normal school day. So in conclusion, very clear, the UIM opposes a unisex system of toilets in our schools vehemently, and we will join parties like Al Jamar and the rest, not because, again, Mr. Wadi, we are prejudiced, not because we look upon another in disarray, but because it is a constitutional guarantee for the protection of all our children. Hence, for and against the subject needs to be equal in front of the law and society.
Well, Neil, thank you very much for that, and obviously articulated extremely well, and you've just summarized it so well as well. But I'm sure, as I've been telling the other guests, that there's still so much more that we will be unpacking going to the future, and I certainly have you in mind. But for now, we thank you for taking time out and being part of the discussion this evening.
Shukran very much to your people.
Bill De Beer joining us this evening with the United Independent Movement in our